you know, one of the things that we were speaking about was that when you go live as often as we do, right? Because even though you guys don't see me go live on my business page as much every day, I go live in other places too. But the bottom line is that when you do this more often, not only do you get used to it, but you start formulating topics and content. It just flows, right, Tawanta? So I always tell you guys, like, you know, content just evolves and it shows up for you when you show up for it, right? I just wanted to make that a point. So guys, listen, we do have an amazing, amazing topic for you guys this morning. Welcome to the show. We're going to be doing this show every single Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8:30 a.m. ish. Okay, give us a grace period because, you know, we got kids, we got household, we got all this responsibility. People always assume that when you are a mompreneur, like Tawanta and I are. Tawanta's been a mompreneur for over 17 years. I've been a mompreneur for almost 2 years now. People assume that you have no excuse if you're late, like you just show up on time, anytime, whatever time, and that's not the case. You know, we got a lot. So yeah, definitely Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8:30 a.m. ish Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be giving you guys some life and business content because you can't build a successful business without getting your life together. And when you get your life together, you have to realize you got to monetize what you are doing every day because you are worth it. And like in our group chat, our hashtag today is hashtag I am worthy. So if you're watching live or on the replay, put that hashtag in the comments for us. Hashtag I am worthy. Yes, you are. So before we get started into our introductions and all that other stuff, I'm going to show you guys our quick intro film, right? And we're going to get this party on the road. So as we're showing this film, guys, please share this out. Please share this broadcast out because this would be some awesome information. Amazing. So just a quick announcement, that film is actually one of our mastermind teaser films, which we're going to be doing our next mastermind coming up from September 25th through September 29th. So those of you who want to know more information about that, please be sure to inbox me right here on Facebook. All right, Tawanta. So we're going to jump right into our introductories and also let you guys know what is the tea for today's show. We got some awesome tea for you guys. So we see some people rolling on in. Let me just do a quick shout out. And as you guys are hopping on, do us a huge favor. Really, this is a favor for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Please share who you are and what you do, and then also share your business. Also share your business, and also tag someone. Tag someone on this live because they also need to hear this information. We grow together. So those of you, if this is your first time watching me, my name is Letitia Campbell. I'm the founder and CEO of the Campbell Success Network, LLC. I'm also your sales success strategist. I help you dominate your sales online by teaching you how to magnetically attract customers and clients so that you can sell more products and courses. I'm also the curator of the Sales Success Academy and head coach of the Sexy Brand Building Formula. So go ahead, Tawanta.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. I hope everyone is doing awesome this morning. So I am your soul inspirational coach. And I'm here to help renew your mindset, restore your heart, and rebuild your spiritual lifestyle so you can enjoy your life more abundantly. Also, I am the founder of Resilience is My Beauty. I have a podcast show as well. So I am totally excited about what we're going to be talking about this morning. It is all about that attitude, ladies. You got to lose your attitude, not your altitude. And we are just going to have so much fun talking about this. Listen, ladies, while we are talking about it, I do want you all, I know Letitia and I both, we want you to just go ahead and comment and just give us your experience of, maybe, someone that has tripping out, whatever, with their attitude or whatever, and you see how it has affected their life, not just personally, but also professionally as well. Your attitude really makes a huge difference in your life. It makes a huge difference. And so we are definitely going to just, focus on that this morning. And hopefully this will give you some insight, as to really look at yourself, look at your attitude, because we are talking about your attitude as well as ours, mine too, right? Because we do got to check our attitude every day, right? Am I right, Letitia?
That's right.
So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get this thing going. I'm going to start it off right now. So yes, what does it mean by lose your attitude, not your altitude? Well, basically, I came with this idea this morning and it just popped in my head. And I said, you know what, we're going to talk about this because as many of us out here, we are all trying to be our best, do our best and all of that. But, sometimes we do carry the attitude that can be a little bit, rough on the edges, and it could cause so many separation amongst the people that you associate with on a daily basis, whether it's your people in your family, your spouse, your kids, and or your professional life as well. And so we really have to, as they say, you got to check your attitude out the door before you walk into your office or before you walk into your job or, that kind of statement. How many of you have ever heard of that before, right? Check your attitude out the door. Don't come in here with a negative attitude. Don't come in here with a negative energy and all these other things. And that is just really, really true. And some of us take that to offense too. He's like, well, I ain't coming at all because, they don't understand. I'm frustrated, blah, 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 blah. And, we don't need that kind of energy, especially if, that's an atmosphere where it's always about being happy, being positive, being focused, being energized, and all of that. And then you coming in with the attitude that could just ruin, that atmosphere. It can ruin, other people's day. And it happens all the time. So I just want to share with you a few things of what you can lose when it comes to your attitude. First of all, you can lose focus. When you have a negative attitude, of course, you're going to lose focus, right? The whole goal is about, getting better each day. Every day, it is our goal to strive for better every day. And that's what we need to have right there. If you have a little journal, or you have like a vision board or something, you may have a quote or something about increasing or being successful or elevate, to the next level, something to that regard, right? And that's something that you want to accomplish, through the course of your day. But of course, each day comes with challenges. Each day comes with a test. Each day comes with conflict or something, right? And if you do not, get your attitude in check, it's going to easily distract you, and then you're going to lose focus on what you're supposed to be doing, right? It's going to put you in a position where you're going to be like, okay, I can't work right now because this got on my nerve, or he got on my nerve, or they got on my nerve, or whatever, right? And I understand that, whatever you heard or whatever was received to you, that it does affect you because we are human and we do have those emotions. So yeah, I'm not saying we're not supposed to get upset. I'm not saying we're not supposed to be sad or what have you, but even with that, you still have to control it, right? You still have to control it and balance it and still focus on what you have to do, right? Because if you don't, then, your day is wasted. It really, really is. I understand that you may have a disagreement with your boss. You may have a disagreement with your husband. You may have a disagreement with your mom or your dad. And the argument did not go so well. right? And, and I think all of us has been in arguments and debates with our spouses or with our families many times, right? And at the end of the day, you both separate, go on your own separate corners. You're still going to think about what was said. You're going to think about what they said to you, what you said to them, how you acted, how you responded, and all of that. And it's still going to mess up with your emotions. Your attitude is still not going to be positive because you're still thinking about what took place. And so the rest of the afternoon or the evening, you're like, I'm not in the mood to do anything. I just need to get away. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of her. Blah, 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 blah. And you're not focused on what you were supposed to do. You're not focusing on, on completing that project or, completing that assignment or whatever. And so the rest of the day is just pretty much is gone. How many of you have done that before? I know I have, recently just had an argument with my husband not too long ago, and it was a heated argument. It really was. I ain't gonna lie to you. But at the end of that, I had to go on my separate corner, honestly, and just reflect on what was said, how it was said from both parties, right? And I had a decision to make. I had to decide whether or not if I was going to allow the words that were spoken from him to compromise my growth, right? Or I was just going to, or either that, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to allow what he said to me hurt me to the point that it's just going to deplete me, from, or, help me not to do what I'm supposed to do. I made a decision to be happy. I made the decision just to move forward. I made the decision to, just keep it moving, not ignoring what was being said or whatever, because there was some things in the conversation that, still was something that I need to, pay attention to. But everything else that was just really not cool, and it was not really caring or loving, I was not going to allow that to feed into my spirit and, damper my spirit, damper my happiness, right? I made a choice because I'm all about, growing. I'm all about, elevation. I'm all about increasing. That is my goal every day, no matter what. And whoever or whatever comes in my way to cause some distraction or cause me to lose focus, I have the power to decide if I'm going to give them that leverage, to mess up my day, or I'm just going to be like, you know what? I'm just going to ignore that. I'm not going to accept that in my spirit. I'm just not going to tolerate that. I'm not going to let that feed into my brain. I'm just going to go ahead and meditate on the word of God. I'm going to focus on my kids. I'm just going to think of something or do something that will give me peace in my spirit, that gives me joy in my heart, and all of those things, right? So maybe that's something that you all need to do. Maybe you need to find something that gives you joy, give you peace, give you solitude in your soul, right? So, you won't allow the negative responses or the words or actions of people to dominate your emotions, dominate you, and have you to start thinking negative, and you start to lose focus on what God has promised for you in your life. The second thing is you lose momentum, right? You lose momentum. You're just not stable or what have you. If you continue to allow your attitude to just get the best of you, you're just not structured, man. You're just not. You're going all over the place, pretty much. And I could truly speak that truth because I know with my emotions, I easily get distracted, and I have no problem admitting that. But I'm getting better. I have gotten better. But I could tell you years ago, I used to get so distracted because I was just focused on, well, what he's going to do, how he's going to act, what is he going to say, and this, that, or whatever. And then if I did not receive, or if I did not get what I had hoped to get from him or I expected from him, then my attitude starts to shift for the worse. And then it has me discombobulated. I'm not 100% focused on my kids. I'm not focused on, taking care of my home or whatever. I'm not even focused on myself. How about that? I'm not even focused on me. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't elevate me. It just actually depletes me. It just puts me even further and further down to the point that I don't want to do anything. I'm just going to stay in my bed, or I'm just going to lounge around the house sulking or whatever, and being mad or being sad and crying and complaining and moaning and all of these things. So, I had to really get my act together and had to really learn that he doesn't make me happy. He can't give me that. I have to be the one to make that decision. And Letitia has said that many, many times. You have to choose your happiness. You have to make the decision. Of course you love your husband, of course you love your family and all of that, and they do give you joy and bring joy to your life, but at the end of the day, it's still up to you to decide if you want to be happy for the rest of the day, right? The third thing is, you lose your sense of direction. When you have a bad attitude, you can't think. You don't know which way to go. You really don't. And especially if the argument is very heated and it's very debatable, oh my God, you know what's up. You be ready to go and pounce somebody. You be ready to go off with somebody, and they say, okay, look, you just need to go outside the door, go ahead and chill, go ahead, cool off, blah, 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 blah. And if you don't calm yourself down, I'm telling you, you missing out on opportunities. People come into your life for a purpose and a reason. It's just not by mistake or what have you. I truly believe that the journey of our lives is meant to be. When God put people in your life, they are there for a purpose. And so whether they're good or whether they come in for a negative reason, they're still there for a purpose. And you have to really understand that, the people that tries to hurt you, there's still some good behind that. Because guess what? Their negative attitude is building you up. And it also starts to let you see that you are stronger than you really give yourself credit for. You tolerate so much stuff. I know I've been tolerating a lot, but it has increased me to be a strong, resilient, powerful, confident, woman of integrity, right? Because there's a lot of stuff that I could go on and on about my personal life. Letitia is familiar with it, just like I know about her life, and it could just put me in the grave, to be truthful and honest about it. But I chose to, dominate over that thing, because I know there's something more valuable in me. And I'm not going to allow people attitude or ways or behaviors to have my attitude go all over the place. You know what I'm saying? And, be negative and be nasty towards somebody else. Because we all do that. We all do that. When we are overwhelmed and we're feeling like, oh my God, the weight is on my shoulders. I'm just tired of this. I'm tired of that. This, that, especially with our kids. Our kids, they want this. Mommy, can I have this? Mommy, can I go to McDonald's? Mommy, can I have this? You be like, no, now go sit down somewhere or whatever, right? We just, and we're not really, and then eventually later on, we have to apologize to our babies because, we didn't mean to, get upset with them, in that manner. But we're just so filled with so much pain and so much bitterness and so much, hurt, that we lose our sense of direction. We lose focus, right? And we have to ask God, like, God, please help me with my attitude, because I see this is not helping the situation. It's not helping me. And that compromises you from pursuing the goals that you want to accomplish. We all have vision boards. We all have our journals. We all have been writing down the things that we want to accomplish this coming quarter and all this other stuff. But yet we're still dealing with the distractions of people's behavior, their attitudes, they're complaining, they're moaning, they're griping, or whatever, right? And we're like, well, when is it ever going to end? When is it ever going to stop? And this, that, or whatever. You can't control how people are going to act. You can't control them. Only person you can control is you. You are the only one. And that's real talk. I get it. We have committed ourselves to the people that we love and that we've been with for many, many years and all of that. But I'm telling you, at the end of the day, you still have to decide how you want your day to be. And that's just real. I'm just being honest. I choose to be happy. I choose to enjoy my life. I choose to enjoy the beauty of what God has for me this day today, not tomorrow, not yesterday, because yesterday is over with now. I can't go back in time. None of us can go back. How we wish we had that kind of control to do that, but we don't. But we can learn from yesterday. We can learn from last year, right? And we can look at where we are right now, and we have to see that, wow, I am growing. Wow, I did survive that divorce, or I survived that separation, or I survived the loss of my job, and all of these things. And yeah, it did help me back a little bit. My emotions was just all over the place. I wasn't happy, I was bitter, I was resentful, blah 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 blah. But now I see that I can be happy, I can be peaceful, I can be, I can really think better now because I'm at peace. Now I can really make some move now because I'm not allowing those problems to pull me back and put me all over the place and not in that one particular area where I'm supposed to be. I hope I'm making sense to y'all, because I mean, honestly, everybody has their own issues. Not everybody comes with an attitude like, I'm ready to fight somebody, I'm ready to cuss somebody out. you know Lose your attitude is not always about that. Lose your attitude is about people moaning and complaining. That's a negative attitude right there. How you feel being around people, you love them, but they always got to complain about something all the time, right? And that's annoying. And then you have the negative attitude of people who worry all the time. They're always worrying. They're always anxious. And you're like, well, girl, just calm down. Everything's going to be all right. But I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do. And all of that stuff. And you ain't got time for that either, because that drains you. That drains you. And if you got to separate yourself from people like that, if that's all they do all the time, you don't want to be around negative Nancy's. You don't want to be around people like that. Because eventually that's going to bleed into your spirit, and then you're going to start complaining. Then you're going to start moaning and groaning and be anxious and start worrying. And then the next thing you know, you're going to be bitter. And then you're going to be arguing and all this other stuff. So if you know this is what's going on in your personal life, if you know this is what's happening in your life where you are not being happy and you're not having peace in your heart and your soul and your atmosphere, then you got to do some cleanup. You got to make some changes. You got to start, say, you know what? I am not going to allow this in my life. I'm not going to allow this around my children. I'm not going to allow this in my ministry. No, I am going to make the decision of being happy so I can elevate. I can get better and better and better each day. Right? What do you think, Letitia?
That's, I want to first say I love talking about this topic. I mean, I just love it because it boils down to, your attitude is everything. It's everything. It's the one thing that if you're not utilizing your attitude for good, you won't get anything done. And then by the time you become, 75, you're looking back on life and asking yourself, what the hell have I done with my life? And you're having a whole decades of regret, right? So someone asked in the comments, how many days, when do we do this show? We do this show every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 8:30 a.m. ish Eastern Standard Time. So always come back to this page, Women's Success Domination. Make sure you're following it so that way you're able to get the notification. And you mentioned your husband, your experience with your husband, Tawanta, and I just had a breakthrough, a huge breakthrough with my husband. All of you guys know my story. When I first started my business, my husband was not for it. It was definitely a hard, conflicting time, especially in the beginning stages. But yeah, and you mentioned, Tawanta, that happiness is a choice.
Yeah.
Right? Happiness is a choice. Someone asked me last year, well, Letitia, how do I become happy? And my biggest answer was like, do more of what you love. That's the only remedy, is to figure out what you love and just do it. And the more time you do what you love, the more time you spend on doing your passion, your passion, the more you become happy, the more you become fulfilled, the more you become a great person to be around. I'm an amazing person to be around. I don't care what anybody say.
Me too.
If you were to hang out with me for 30 days, I'm telling you, it'll be nothing but fun, laughter. I mean, just craziness and all the above, right? is because
Absolutely.
I have ownership of my happiness. Your happiness is like your real estate, right? Your happiness is like your house, right? Is it
Yeah.
is your house clean? Is it dirty? You need you know, sometimes you just like in your house, if you can't manage to clean it, you gotta hire someone to come in and help you clean and stuff. It's the same
Yeah.
thing when it comes to your happiness. You gotta hire somebody to help you define and stay consistent with being happy. It is what it is. So I'm going to help you guys out with three things. The first thing I want you guys to understand is that you got to check your attitude. Somebody type in check attitude. You got to check your attitude about yourself, and you got to
Mm-hmm.
check your attitude about others. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, you know, my attitude about myself, I just don't care. I'm be honest with y'all. I don't care some days about how I feel. I just get going. I don't care if I wake up in the morning and I'm just feeling like, oh my God, I got so much to do. And oh my God, there's so much going on. And I just get moving. You got to wake up every morning like the written's due today. Literally. You gotta wake
Wow.
up every day hitting the ground running. You know, there's certain people out there who they wake up and they have to do all these little rituals and routines. And all that is great. But I like to wake up and start getting on my laptop. Once I give my thanks and prayer and worship to the Lord and stuff, I get right in front of this laptop and I get moving. And my clients would tell you, I send them, I do inbox messages, I'm in Messenger, I'm in my email, I'm
Show
going
enough.
into my email server and see who
Mm-hmm.
clicked my email links and all that stuff. Like I have to start the day working. I have to. I have to start early. You know what I mean? And we wait and wait and wait throughout the day. And then we think when we come home from that 9 to 5 that we're going to be able to work our business. When if you do an inventory of what you've done in your business for the past 90 days, you probably spend 20% on your business. And that should be shame on you. But
Mm-hmm.
when you start, and I did this when, guys, listen, y'all can look at me and say, oh, Letitia, I have a 9 to 5. You don't understand. I used to have a 9 to 5. Yes, I did. 2 years ago, I was working at 9 to 5. You know what I did? I woke up at 4 a.m. in the morning. I made sure to touch my business before I touch somebody else's. You got to sacrifice. If you want to leave that job, if you want to build more wealth, you got to only get 3 to 4 hours of sleep. You got to sacrifice
Yeah.
something. Either you're
Yeah.
going to have time or you're going to have money. And that's just the end of the day with that. Now, when it comes to my attitudes about others, when it comes to my attitude about other people, whether you're in the same industry as me or not, I don't care. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I know nobody's out there that's better than me. I
Mm.
know that there's nobody out there that's better than me because nobody can duplicate Letitia. Nobody. Nobody can duplicate Tawanta. Nobody can duplicate Shoshana. Nobody can duplicate Stacy. Nobody can make a second version of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you guys to look in the mirror every day and say, I am the shit. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't want to cuss, say something else. You got to say that because I'm gonna be honest with you. 2 years ago, I was speaking at an event. This lady comes on stage, African American lady. I looked up at her. She had shaved head. I forgot her name. Forgive me. And the first thing she said, she got on that stage in front of a room of 100 people, and she said, "I'm the shit." Period.
That's it.
And that's how you gotta be. It's like you gotta wake up and go to bed. That's so important that even though we do affirmations in the morning, it's awesome to do affirmations in the evening. And just tell yourself you're the shit sometimes. Tell yourself you're the shit every day. There's nothing wrong with saying that. You know, and that way when there's other people out there and you're looking at them, whether they're skinnier than you or whether they have better websites than you or better whatever, you're not gonna care because guess what? You're the shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? McDonald's don't give a damn about Burger King. Walmart don't give a damn about Target. You know what I'm saying? Louis Vuitton don't give a damn about Coach. I was at the mall the other day. There's a Michael Kors, a Coach, and a Louis Vuitton store all in the same wing. They don't care. Because they walk in, listen, I'm the shit. And not only I'm the shit, I'm gonna go right next door to my competitors.
Yeah.
And not be afraid to say we're gonna go on the other side of the mall because we don't want to compete, you know, with the traffic. They don't care, right? And this is another point I want to dive into, which is my second point. Are you guys feeling me so far? Type in me if I'm stepping on your toes a little bit, which is good. Yes, Darlene said God broke the mold when He made me. Amen. God broke the mold, honey. Cracked, honey. He's like, oh, this is. You guys are a limited edition. That's the way you gotta think of yourself. You know, when certain brands launch certain things, they're like, oh, this is it. You guys don't buy it, it's going away. That's the way you have to think about yourself. I am the
Right.
shit. So when it comes to the second point I want to make, was just attitude affects your energy. Ladies, this is an energy game. Let's
It
just be
really
honest.
is.
You can have the best websites, you can have the best funnels, you can have the best clothes, the best wigs, the best backgrounds, the best props. But if you don't have the energy, guys, you can't make it in this business. You can't make it anywhere. You can't make it in life, right, Tawanda? You can't make it in life.
That is so
So
true.
I want you guys to write down this equation and type in the comments if you can. Type in energy plus strategy plus consistency equals cash. Energy plus strategy plus consistency equals cash. ESC equals C. Okay, that's the equation, right? So if you wake up every morning, you wake up, you're like, I'm the shit. You know what I'm saying? I am the shit. What? Period. Right? Then you step into your strategy. You write out your to-do list. We call it dumping, where you're dumping out all the stuff you got to get done, and you're prioritizing it and focusing on the thing that's important. I normally focus on the things that I dread doing, so that way it's out of the way, it's out of my day.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the third part is consistency. How many times you're going to show up? Where's your follow-up? Who you're going to follow up with today? Right?
Yeah.
Because, I was telling my clients last night, the fortune is in the follow-up. I was telling my clients last night, you got to get on the offense and the defense every day.
Mm-hmm.
You people think, oh, you just go live every day, that's it. No, ma'am. That's your defense. What about your offense? Somebody type in the word offense. You got to be on your offense game and you got to be on your defense game. And if you're not doing both every day, you're missing revenue. You're missing revenue. And then it equals cash. Again, energy plus strategy plus consistency equals cash. Ladies, write it down. So the first thing you guys got to do is get around some confident ass women. Get around some confident ass women. If you're a man, get around some confident ass men. Start following them. Start watching them every day. I stopped watching people that weren't confident, but they would do a whole lot of this. I stopped watching those people. And I started really following and watching confident women and men that were so highly confident that there was other people out there in the world hating on them. Some people hate confidence, y'all, especially when it comes to women. I was talking to my clients last night. And I said, if you're walking around the street and you're African-American women and you're confident, you're sure of yourself, you have no problems looking in the camera, selling your products or service. Some people hate on that. Some women don't like that. They tell you, and I was told this myself, oh, you're all about money. That's all you're all about, money. You're all about cash. Hello? What do you think McDonald's is all about? What do you think is Walmart all about? What do you think all these Coca-Cola? Hello? It's the point of that, the guys, listen, get around more confident people. And then the second thing you have to do, if you have a friend, family member, sister, coworker who is negative, run. I'm not telling you to break off with them. If there's a family member, I'm not telling you to break off with them completely. But instead of talking to them for 3 hours a day, talk to them for maybe 2 times a month. That's it.
That's it.
Certain people that I don't talk to, because every time I answer my phone, it's something negative. Oh my God, I got this happened to me. Oh my God, I got this letter in the mail. It's always something. And negative energy, ladies, is contagious.
It really is.
If you are circulating yourself around these negative Nancy's, guess what's going to happen? You're going to pick up on what they're putting down. No matter how hard you pray, no matter how hard you get that sage and start burning it up in your house, don't matter. The minute you allow the devil to creep in the cracks of your life, it festers, it grows. It's almost like weeds. You ever see, I grew up on Long Island, and whenever, if you wasn't tending to your land, tending to your property, the weeds would start coming up, and the vines, it would start coming up on the side of your house, and it'd be long vines. That's how it's going to fester. Negative people are like cockroaches.
Girl, come through.
They breathe like crazy, honey. They like, and they act like they're not negative. The minute you shine the light on their negativity, they run.
They run.
Hello. How many had cockroaches in your house back in the day? You go in that kitchen, turn the light, they out. Boom, boom, out of there. You can't even step on them fast enough.
Nope.
Hell no. You may get the little babies, but the adult ones be out.
Woo, child.
I'm just saying, y'all don't want to be honest, and that's okay. But anywho, that's how negativity is. If you don't get rid of it, you're going to have a contamination. And for some of y'all, if y'all stay around negative people long enough, just like with contamination with pet and mice and rodents, you got to pay a whole lot of money to get rid of it.
That's the truth.
And sometimes you got to do the whole house. You got to pay for get rid of it in the whole house. I'm just saying, listen, y'all, it's about, last but not least, and I'm going to get into the breakthrough I had, and want to mention this. You guys got to understand, not everyone can do what you do.
Yep.
Somebody type in amen. Not everybody can do what you do. There's some people looking at you, y'all.
Right.
And they just a little bit salty. There's women out there looking at you, y'all, and they a little bit envious. You know, they want to give you advice, but really it's shade. You know, we call it out here being nice, nasty. Like, oh, she nice, but she a little bit nasty with her niceness, you know. little bit too salty, honey. You like, is that salt? Ooh.
Girl, okay.
She just put salt in
it. Like the, yes.
Okay. That's what she's doing that. Okay. You know, some people are. Some people just can't do what you do. And they don't understand why who you are. They don't understand why you want to start a business. They don't understand why you want to sell products. They just don't get it. Some people are really tied to that plantation of a 9-to-5, but you sitting at their desk and you want to run, just like you're in Sunday's church. When you hear a good word from the pastor, you just want to get up and run around the church, take off your shoes, just start screaming and zoom out.
Yes.
Okay? Yes. That's you. But you got people out there that is okay with working for other people. They're like, you know what? I work for other people the rest of my life. Then I'll get my Social Security, get my little $1,000, $1,200 a month, you know, be on a budget forever. Right? And not able to do nothing with themselves, go travel, do anything, right? Some people are like that. They're okay with it. And that's fine. If that's you, it's okay. But I know for the most of you, you want more than that. You like, come on now. I read the Bible every day. You telling yourself this. You go to church all the time, and you know what's in the Word. So nobody can tell you nothing. You know the Word says, and you are made to have more than enough. Absolutely. You are made to have more than enough, right? You know who your Father is. So you're sitting there, you're like, oh my God, I know they got to be more than this. I see people online making money. I see people traveling. I see people being free. But you're like, I don't know if that's for me. Because your thoughts are not your thoughts. Your thoughts was embedded in your mind. Your parents told you, get a high school diploma, go to college, get a good job. So that's your limitations, which is the thoughts that were inherently given to you. So, but you, like Darlene mentioned, God broke the mold when he made you. He made you to do something different. He made you to be extravagant. So you're sitting there, and again, at the end of the day, guys, not everyone can do what you do. So I'm gonna give you an example. I had a conversation with my husband yesterday. We're in the car talking, you know, and I was getting heated with him. But he said, you know, Letitia, at the end of the day, I couldn't do what you do. He said, Letitia, at the end of the day, if I was doing what you did, or what I'm doing right now, he said he would have stopped a long time ago. Some people just can't do what you do.
Right.
Some people don't have that passion. Some people don't have that drive, and that's okay. But what I won't allow is your limitations to be poured upon me and formulated as negativity. See, people like to try that notion, that narrative, that because they can't do what you do, that you shouldn't be doing it at all. Or what you're doing makes no sense. You see, that's why I told you guys years ago when I was going through issues in my marriage with my husband not backing me in my business, I said, he's coming from a point where he never had that entrepreneurship drive. I came from that. I was born around people who had their own business. My father, my grandfather, my aunties, my uncles. They came to this country starting a business. So I grew up with the blueprint already. But let me tell you, most of us don't have that. And that's okay.
Right.
I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. If you want to work a 9-to-5 for the rest of your life, that is okay. I'm not about that life. Tawanta's not about that life. Tawanta's been a mompreneur for 17 years. I've been a mompreneur for going on 2 years now. That's not my life to go into a job every day. No, no. But if that is your life, that is okay. But if that is not your life and you want more out of life, you want to start your own business, you want to really, really have ownership of your money and of your wealth, and then there's other people around you that are looking at you like you're crazy and insane, you got to understand they're coming from a place of saying, I can't do what you do. And a lot of times they're looking at you so hard that they get frustrated with themselves, not you. They're showing their frustrations against you. Really, they arguing with you. They're getting you upset. They're whatever. But that's something that's coming from them. Don't you feel bad because they can't do what you do, and they're internalizing that. They're projecting that negatively.
Right.
Don't fall in that rat hole of feeling like, oh my God, my boyfriend is telling me I'm always in front of my laptop. My husband is telling me I'm always in front of my laptop. My boss is telling me I'm always looking down at my phone. Yeah, my boss just tell me that all the time when I was building my business while I was working my 9 to 5. He was like, oh, Tisha, we notice you're always on your phone. Okay, yeah, it's my phone. I pay when you pay the bill. Then you can tell me when to not go on my. I said it just like that. You know what? I got to a point at my job that I wanted them to fire me. I wanted to, because I live in New York State. You let me go, I know I'm going to get $400 a week at that time. You get a guarantee. Okay, go ahead and let me go. Don't tell me not to get on my phone. I'm not in a meeting. I'm not. My work is done. But I want to spend with my phone. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
What the hell? Let me go then. Release me. Release me. That's what you gotta do. It's a choice. But again, guys, you gotta take power and control of what you do every single day. Your attitude is everything.
It really is.
Attitude is everything. So instead of you arguing and battling and fighting with the world about why you're doing what you're doing, and you want to be a freedompreneur, and you want to travel the world, and you want to get out of debt, and you want to make your own money, just do it.
Just go.
Do it. You are not supposed to be explaining yourself to people who are not tapped into your vision. That is not your responsibility. Jesus had people around him who was tapping into his vision. And when you have people around you who are not tapping into your vision, they got to go.
Absolutely.
Pack their bags for them. Pack it up, because there's no sense in being around people who are negative. Negativity, guys, is so contagious that is ridiculous. When I have family members that call me and I don't answer the call, I let it go to voice message.
Yep, you do that. You do.
And then you see me on social media and they're like, oh, Letitia, can you call? No. Tasha said, girl, your words are piercing my heart right now. Need to hear this. We all need to hear it sometimes. Do you know why I talk like this? Because I'm around confident people. I'm around other confident women that say I'm the shit, that say they're the shit, that get out there and they're hustling, they're moving, and they're creating their own realities. You guys heard what I said? You have the power to create and shift your reality. I did it in 8 months. Where I said, I'm going to make a decision to be happy. I'm going to make a decision to leave this job. And I'm going to make a decision. Hey, Wendy, I'm going to make a decision to want and learn more. I have the power. Now, my husband don't have the power. My kids don't have the power. My job don't have the power. Your job don't have the power to make you happy, y'all. Your job only has the power to keep you working and put on more responsibility on your shoulders. And it's not worth it.
It's not worth it at all.
It's not. I mean, this is a long game, y'all. I can't stress this enough. It's a long-term game. Either you're in it or you're not. Either you're in it to win it, or you're going to just wither away like everybody else and continue to be worked to the bone by these jobs. And y'all all know these jobs are not loyal. Y'all know it.
Yeah.
Y'all know it. I believe, and y'all can come at me against me and inbox me and say, Tisha, I don't know why you said that. I believe that the only way to financial freedom is ownership for the African American community. The only way we can really start controlling things that happen politically and all this other stuff is that we start making money and can be in part of the 1%. Period. That's the only way. We're not going to get there working a 9 to 5. I'm sorry. We're not. I had people that were was not my color, would start the same position that I started, and then would get a promotion before me.
Wow.
Right? Period. And it's happening, even though I live in New York State and we're so diversified, it still happens.
It still happens.
Instead of me complaining about it, I'm going to hire myself. That's what I decided to do. I said, you know what? I'm not playing this politics game. I'm not playing this. I'm gonna be kissing people's butt game. I can't play that. That's exhausting. I'm sorry.
It is.
Sitting out here fighting each other. I was fighting other girls of my color for a position that got taken by somebody who was not of my color. That's too much. Really? When I can get on this internet game and learn how to dominate it by energy plus strategy plus consistency equals cash, get on this game and then partner with other women like Tawanta, partner with other women like Michaela, Darlene, Shoshana, Alita, Trees. And now we're all winning together. We're all rising up together. We're all living our fullest potential. I don't look at nobody in this game and say, oh, she's better than me. I look at her, and if you have something more than what I have, I'm going to find out how I can partner with you. Partnership, not competition. There's no competition over here. Why? It's not productive. But when you're at that work, at the job, you're in competition with everybody. And guess what? When you have a new supervisor, or what I call supervisor, you're starting for a point A. That happened to me. When I had my last job, I had an amazing boss. Me and her used to go to the gym together. We used to go out to eat together. I was always at this woman's house all the time, honey. Okay? Then she married some doctor and moved off to Florida. You know, no shade. You know, she moved out of Florida with the doctor. Now she all got knocked up 4 or 5 times. No shade. But then guess what happened to Miss Letitia, the office favorite? I got a new boss, and she was a bitch. Woo! Here's my fridge. Let me tell you something. I could not. The minute this woman walked in the door, I just couldn't stand her. She was underqualified. Okay, underqualified, and I knew why she got the position. But I ain't even gonna go there. That's gone. I'm not gonna go there. But in the day, that can happen to you. But you know what? I'm not even mad at her. Let me scale back. I'm not mad at the new supervisor that I got. For me, that was God confirming, Letitia, you were not meant to be here. It's time for you to go. We overstay our grace at these jobs. We do. We're not supposed to be in those jobs forever. So then we see that our coworkers are acting funny, people are shading us, or maybe you're getting more work added onto your workload. That means that you have fallen outside of your grace, and it's time to go. It's time to go. You stay there long enough, you become miserable, right? You get more work added onto your table, nothing gets done, and you get further and further away from your purpose. And that's the way the devil plays with you. So that by the time you do go home, you're not doing nothing with your business. Nothing. Zero, nilch. By the time somebody like a business coach like myself that can help you reach the level you need to reach at your business, you decide not to take advantage of it because you say, I get this comment all the time, I'm busy. You busy? You busy or you slaving? Because you can't be busy and slaving at the same time. Really, you're slaving because if you're not working in your passion, really you're slaving and your stuff out. Let's just be honest. It's not. Thank you for sharing, Annie. This is just honesty, guys, and knowing that your attitude, like Tawanta mentioned earlier, like I'm mentioning now, is everything. Your attitude is everything. You cannot master the world and do the things you need to do if you have a negative attitude. And the biggest breakthrough that I've had just in the past 24 hours is that people will pour on their limited beliefs and their own personal limitations onto you. And you got to have that wall up to say, listen, just because you can't do it doesn't mean I can't do it.
Right.
I'm different. Like Darlene said, God broke the mold when he made me. I'm answering to my purpose. There's a verse in the Bible, I forgot what it is. If you remember, Tawanta, how when God kept calling out the boy's name, and he said, "Here I am." For me, When God called out for me to leave that job and to do this and help women all across the world build their business, I said, here I am. Most of you guys, you got that calling, but you refuse to tell God, here I am. You're saying, but I know, I know, but I can't afford. I know you making all these excuses, and guess what? He is passing you by and giving it to somebody else. You ever watch the thing on HSN on a commercial, and you're like, oh my God, I thought of that.
Yeah.
I had that idea in my head. You know, I was sitting there washing dishes, and I was like, why don't we make gloves that have the scrubs on, and you don't have to get a sponge, you just wash it. I thought of that. How many of y'all done that? Say me. But you know why? What happened is because he gave you that idea. But you said, but you know, I don't think it's going to be a possibility for me. So he took it and gave it somebody else.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's what happens if you don't. Your destiny is not on layaway. It's no, wait, I'll do it next year. Oh, wait, I'll do it next cycle. Oh, wait, I'll do it next week. Your abundance, that dream life that you think of every day is not on layaway.
Right.
It's not. Julie said that was her, but not anymore. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Period. Yes, Darlene. You know, and at the end of the day, guys, we want you all to do better. We want you guys to have more than enough. And that's what building your freedom lifestyle is all about. So we so appreciate each and every one of you ladies for popping on today. Tawanta, let them know how they can get connected with you, because you guys need that life strategy, that real life strategy that's going to take your life to the next level. Go ahead, sis.
Yeah, this was absolutely awesome, ladies. Definitely, you know, in order for our attitudes to be changed, you know, we definitely do have to take care of what's going on internally with us. You know, we can go ahead and point that finger to everybody, all of those opponents, all of those argue starters, or whatever you want to call them. But regardless, it all starts and it finishes with you.
That's right.
You know, we have to basically do, you know, we got to do an internal cleanup.
That's
if
right.
That makes sense. We really do. And so me being that soul inspirational coach, you know, I like to work with clients one-on-one privately, where we can sit down and I can, you know, ask you questions about you, because it is about you. Because here it is, you don't think about you when you are amongst your peers and when you are amongst your loved ones, because they are pulling you left and right all over the place, you know, to help them with their issues, to help them with their problems, to help them solve this problem or whatever. And at the end of the day, you so spent, you don't have time for yourself.
No, you don't.
You know, and your attitude is already haywire, you know, because you're just like, well, why? I don't understand. Why am I not happy? Why I feel, you know, so lifeless or whatever. You know what I mean? And it really has a whole lot to do with you, based on, you know, based on what took place in your personal life in the past or what have you. So if you are in a position right now, ladies, where you definitely need to be counseled and you definitely need some directions, I will be happy to consult with you privately, one-on-one, on Messenger. This is where I can, you know, I connect with my clients one-on-one privately. And I say one-on-one because I don't do a group counseling. I do it just me and you, and of course God right in the midst of it all. And, you know, that gives you that leverage to be truly raw and honest, and not feel like you have to preserve all of your business, if you will, because you are amongst your peers of women. Because, you know, some women, we come together, we always sizing each other up. We always, you know, looking at them and assuming a whole lot about them based on their demeanor, based on how they talk and all this other stuff. So you immediately just go ahead and say, you know what, I'm not going to talk about my business. I'm not going to share what's going on in my life. I'm not going to talk about what's going on in my heart, you know, because they might assume something, or they're going to judge me and this, that, or whatever. And you're not going to break free like that. I'm just sorry to tell you, that's just not going to help you. You're wasting your time, your energy, and your money. No, I'm just being real with you. So having this private one-on-one consultation gives you that opportunity just to be free. There's no judgment. There is no "I told you so" kind of thing. This is about you telling your story, and I definitely want to help you, get to the root of the issue, not the surface of the issue, but get
Yep.
to the root of the
The
issue. There's a
root.
huge difference, because we could go ahead and talk about the surface of what's going on right now in our lives, and we could resolve it real quick. But at the end of the day, you're still not your best. You're still not free, because you didn't get to the root of the problem. So if you want to connect with me, definitely private message me. And it's a 1 hour session, okay? A 1 hour paid session, okay? And my hours are between the hours of 11 a.m. and 2, if I'm not mistaken, 11 a.m. to 2 on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Okay, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So again, just go ahead and message me, and we could talk more in depth about scheduling and all those things. We can have this. We could go ahead and set up and start getting you ready. For you to really start living your best life more
That's
abundantly.
right. And that's amazing. You touched on a good point about how we as women, we watch other women, especially I notice this in the African American community, we look at other women, we're sizing them up, right? We're like, who does she think she is, right?
Yeah,
We do
all
each
the
other
time.
dirty. We do each other dirty, and it's really sad. And also, if you are an entrepreneur, an aspiring entrepreneur, I get sometimes with the women, like, they be like, oh, people don't pay their invoices, or they don't pay you on time. Okay, but how many people have you not paid? I had this one
Well,
girl that joined my program, and she decided not to complete her payments, but then she goes live every day and say, y'all need to pay your invoices, y'all need to. Hello, boo. You got to start off, you got to build that reality first. If you expect people to pay you, then you got to
yeah,
put in your obligations and make sure you're paying the people that you're supposed to pay. Who have
right,
you
right.
decided to run off with their money?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just being honest. We do this as women every day. Who
Yep.
have you decide what women that you left out there in the cold? And you got to make that decision. So if you want happiness, if you want fulfillment, if you want to be around people with integrity, you got to ask yourself, are you a woman of integrity? Are
Mm-hmm.
you a woman of excellence? Like one of my clients, Madai, would say.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not, don't expect other people to scratch your back if you're not going to scratch theirs, or come through with their obligations if you haven't came through with yours. And that's just
Yeah,
honesty, y'all. Don't
it
have an
is.
attitude
It
if
is.
you showed other people an attitude when it comes to paying them.
Yeah,
If
and
I
I'm
like,
glad you saying that. I'm sorry, Letitia.
go
I'm glad
ahead,
you
go
saying
ahead,
that, because I was just thinking about, I saw a video on Facebook on Watch List. I think that's what it's called, Watch
yeah,
List.
yeah,
And they have all of these different listings of videos of celebrities or whoever, or just
yeah,
people in general. And I came across a video with the two hip hop artists, Cardi B and the other girl. I can't think of her name, but they are feuding over whatever the issues is. I don't know what it
it's
is, but it's
stupid.
just so sad to see these beautiful, strong,
Beautiful,
gorgeous,
talented.
intelligent, talented
Yeah,
women fighting over whatever garbage. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's just stupid. And
because
then
the
both
devil
are
wants us
successful.
to be against each other. That's what it is. That's how
Yes.
he flourishes. If he sees that we're fighting against each other, then he has done his job. But we
Yeah.
got to get out of our egos,
That's
and,
the
and, and get,
thing.
and you know what,
Yes.
and get out of our insecurities, because you guys
Yeah.
can see from that issue alone with them two, insecurity. I'm not insecure about
Insecurity.
nobody. I'm not insecure to work with Tawanta. I'm not insecure to work with anybody. I'm the shit. And if you have that mindset, you're not going to worry about, oh, this person gets her lyrics written for her, or this person is this, that. Who cares?
Who cares,
Who
man?
cares?
Who cares?
If you get to the top, who cares?
Yeah.
We all have our
Yeah.
own journeys, our own path. I don't
Right.
care. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
There's certain women that, if they come on the game, they propel fast. I'm not
Mhm.
looking at them like, oh, she made it to the top. I wonder why. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? We should stop
Yeah.
looking at each other and hating each other and just hop on that bandwagon. And
Right.
again, it's about
Right.
that energy. It's about you saying, you know what? I want to be a woman of integrity, so I'm not going to hate on her. Because what I've noticed, and I see this on social media all the time, when you become that negative Nancy and you're hating on everybody else, and even though for a time you got people who are backing you, it's going to flip. Where now you're the one getting targeted, you're the one getting hated on, and you're the one getting ridiculed, right? So you don't want to even start that. Like I said, if you leave a crack for the devil to get in, he's going to not only get in, he's going to create a contamination. And it happens all the time. It even boils down to, I was telling my clients recently, I started to unfriend people who can't afford my program. Because when I was praying early in this year, I prayed to God and I said, God, I want to be around women who can pay me in full. Who say, hey, Letitia, your program is $5,000. Here's $5,000. Hey, Letitia, your program is $997. Here's $997. They're not looking for a payment plan or opt-in or whatever, right? So I had conversations with several women yesterday, and they said, oh, Letitia, I can't afford it. I was like, you know what? No problem. I'm in front of them. Why? You know why? You know why I do that, y'all? This may sound mean for some of y'all, but you are who you hang out with.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
so
true.
If I got somebody following me who can't afford my program, and then they're on my live and they're sharing it, I don't want you sharing my stuff. You know why? Because you're sharing it with other people who are so broke. Because True. You are who you hang out with. So I don't want you to share my live, because there's more people going on my live watching my stuff. There's more broke people going into my email list, which I pay for. So I'm paying you for you're broke. No, I'm not doing it. I'm changing the game. I'm sorry, this may sound mean or whatever, but you know what? It's always, people always come down to us as women negatively when we are monetizing our worth and say, you know what? I'm worth it so much that I want to be around other women who are the shit. Right? So that way, if there's ever partnerships come up or any opportunities, I give it to my clients. You're the first to know about, first and only people to know about opportunities. I don't share stuff with that I share to the public and that my clients know about it first. I'm sorry. So I'm launching something and you're like, oh, Letitia, I can't afford it. Okay, we don't need to be friends.
Yeah.
Because you're messing with my energy of, you know what I'm saying? And again, guys, this may sound mean to some of y'all, but y'all got to be like that too. Y'all, I'm teaching y'all how to have a community of people who are so who are pour into you without the excuses and the nonsense. Because guess what? Negativity and broke mindset, y'all, it is contagious.
It really is.
You're around enough broke people, you become broke. You become not doing nothing. You become pouring into people that can't pour into you, and you're in a negative every single month. No, I'm not doing that. If you can't afford my lowest program is $997. If you can't afford $997, please unfriend me. I'm just being honest. Seriously. I'm around women that want to just listen. I'm ready to take action, Tisha. I'm ready to go. I'm sick and tired of this goddamn job. I'm sick and tired of this boss. I'm sick and tired of this debt. I'm sick and tired. It's just keep more and more debt. People calling me, people chasing after me. It's just all this. If you're tired of that, you're going to get moving. You're going to do something about it. You're going to heal the disease, because broke is a disease. It's a curable disease.
Yeah.
It is curable disease. But we keep festering.
Ladies, you know what? You also have to start thinking like a man. You gotta start thinking like a man. Just like
my husband and I are broke
like
friends.
A woman, think like a man. Yeah. Because if you look at some of these men out here today, they're cutthroat.
They are cutthroat.
They put their emotions out the door, and they're all about structure. They're all about dominance. They're all about upgrade. They're all about winning. They're all about that.
And they partner with each other way better than us. I mean, you look at Russell Brunson, you won't even get an acknowledgement or invite to anything big unless you're in his ClickFunnels community. And how much you got to pay? You got to pay $997 a year to be in that community. And once you get inside, it is an amazing community by far. It is amazing community. If you're not in it, hello, bye. You ain't going to be the first to know about nothing. And that's how these men are, and they're unapologetic about it. See, that's why people get mad at what I just said. I don't care, because these men are doing it every day. And this is
They
how the
really
1% are thinking. The millionaires and billionaires out there, that's the 1%. That's how they thinking. Don't call my phone. Don't come by my house. Don't follow me. Don't look at me. If you can't afford what I have, goodbye. Why do you think when you go into a store, they say, can I help you?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're walking around their store. They're like, okay, let me see if she need help. Let me push her along the process. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can I help you?
Mm-hmm.
Can I help
Mm-hmm.
you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, help you. Okay. Can I help you?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you just walking around. Get moving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and that's the mentality you ladies have to have. So I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all can't afford 997, y'all just need to just unfriend me, please. Please, please.
Yeah.
I only have 5,000 friends on Facebook anyway. And I'm getting close to that anyway. Period.
Yeah, you cannot afford to lose. You cannot afford to
Can't.
lose. You know,
Can't.
you definitely can win,
And you can't
whatever
even
that
afford to
is.
watch anymore.
You can't afford to do that either. No,
Yeah.
you really
Most
can't.
of y'all watch me for a long time. Most of y'all watched Toronto War for a long time. Y'all got to stop watching and start moving. Getting
Yeah.
in our inbox and saying, how can I work with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's it.
Do you
That's
have
it.
funding sources? I have funding sources. How can I reach out to Wanta? How can I work with you? Y'all can't afford to watch. You're still going to be at that job watching. You're still going to. I was watching my mentor for 10 years, y'all. My mentor, I have two business coaches, Rhonda and Brian Swan. And I'll watch them for 10 years, almost to the point of stalking. Until I said, you know what? I ain't doing nothing watching them. I got to reach out to them. So when I reached out to them and I said, how can I hire you as my mentor? Because I'm doing a lot of my business. I need to take it to the next level. 15K. Okay. Make it happen. I made it happen because I got tired of watching. Watching was costing me. Watching was costing me time with my kids. Watching was costing me more and more bills being put over my shoulders. Watching was costing me access to a powerful community of 6 and 7 figure earners. Watching, y'all, by not moving, you're paying the price.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Y'all
And it's all
watching
about
people.
that attitude. It's all about how you think.
Yeah,
It's all
it is.
about. It really
Get
is.
in the game. Get inside. Get behind the curtain. Once you get behind the curtain and you see the floodgates open up, it's like, gosh damn. Now you got people that you're going to keep up with. Now you got people, like I told you guys in my second point, get around confident ass women. Now you're around some confident ass women and you have no excuse. So that was my resolution this year, is that if you can't pay in full, just don't follow me, period. I'm not here me and Tawante and I are not here to be like, value-based people. And we give value, but we also really get you guys focusing on your purpose.
Yeah.
And we gotta protect our space.
Yeah.
We do. I don't want you sharing my stuff. I don't want you engaging. I'm sorry. I want to be around some I am the shit type women. That's my goal this year. Fill my email list, fill my funnels, fill up my following with some I am the shit ass women. I mean, that's
But you
powerful.
know what too, and I just realized too that the mentality is a lazy mindset. It's a lazy thinking. I would say
true.
lazy thinking, and that's still part of a negative attitude.
Yeah, it is.
That's still part of negative attitude, ladies, because you're thinking lazy. You're like, oh God, I don't feel like going through. I don't feel like going live. I don't feel like making all that. I don't feel like getting up. I don't feel like, and you just get lazy. But you see us, you see other people dominating all the time through social media. They're, showcasing their brand, their products or whatever, and they're making money,
That's true.
And you sitting there like, oh, I can do that. Oh, I know, I see myself doing this and this, that, or whatever. But have you actively made that move?
Yeah. How you taken action?
Yeah. I mean, really, what's your attitude about that?
Yeah.
One part is like, yeah, I really want to do this. I could see myself making that kind of money, this, that, or whatever. The other side of the attitude is like, girl, just go ahead and sit down. You can't do it. Girl, it's going to require you to some strategy work, some thinking and all this other stuff. And then 9 times out of 10, you're going to allow that negative attitude to dominate the positive attitude. And that's why a lot of you are still stuck. That's why a lot of you are still emotionally, drained, and irritable and tired. And that's why a lot of you don't support other sisters.
They don't.
You don't
Or you
come on
more
and
focus
support
on
the
the
sister.
man.
Yep.
You're more
But you'd
focused
be
on
happy
the
to
man.
go to a club or go to the movies, or not to the movies, go to the concerts. You'd be happy to go to get your hair done. Ain't nothing wrong getting pretty. I'm not saying that. But if you putting all that extra money that that you are pulling out of your rent or out of your bills to do all of this stuff here, to get all of this together, then you can do the same thing and putting that money towards your brand, towards your business, towards whatever it is, with a positive attitude, with a different mindset.
Yeah.
It really is. It just starts with you. It doesn't start with your husband. It doesn't start with your kids. It doesn't start with anybody. I don't care how many times you beg and plead and try to get people to understand, well, this is what I love to do. This is my passion. This is that. They don't give a flying fig because they don't know what their passion is. If they don't know what their purpose is, how the heck you think they're going to know what your purpose is? They're not going to understand what you're saying. You're speaking a whole different foreign language, sugar.
That's right.
And that's just real talk.
It is.
You know what you are. You know what you know. You know what you got. So you go ahead and preserve all of that energy that you've been spewing out to them people and put it towards yourself. Put it towards your purpose. Make it happen. You lose the attitude and go ahead and get up higher. It can happen. It's there for you. It at the end of the day, it starts with you.
That's right.
That's it.
That's it, period. And you know what, guys? When it comes to a business and life level, nobody really cares about you. Let's just be honest. Nobody's going to care about you until you care. Until you still have an abundant level of confidence and believability about what you do every day, whether you're selling a product or a service, until you have that, nobody's going to care. Nobody. Like, I'm so hyped about my business that I think about it even when I'm sleeping. I'm so hyped about what I'm doing that even though I don't have a 9 to 5, I'm still up to 2 a.m. in the morning because my passion is what drives me. And that's why when people are around me, they say they come to an event because they say, Tisha, I want to get connected to your energy because my energy is so high. But it starts with us. It starts with what we do every single day that connects with our audience, that connects with our message and our legacy. And you got to be so hyped about, it's almost like, guys, and I do a lot of haka. I don't know if you guys know what that is. If you don't know what haka is, type in I don't know, and I'll post a video in the comments. And I do that every morning. And when you're hocking, if you've never done it before, it's like a New Zealand thing where way back in the day, I know I'm briefly explaining it, but it's like getting your body ready for war, right? So when I haka every morning, my inner animal is a lion. Your inner thing does not have to be an animal. It could be a person that you look up to or spiritually or whatever. Mine is an animal. Mine's a lion, right? So when I wake up every morning, I get into that spirit of a lion represents courage. A lion represents fearlessness. A lion represents confidence. If a lion walked in your room right now, those of you who are watching live on the replay, you will instantly turn your head around and look at that lion, right? And a lion is the most unconfident animal, and is the most. He's the most confident animal in the jungle. Right? He's not even afraid of the most biggest animal, the biggest elephants, the biggest giraffes, the biggest whatever. He's not even afraid of those. He's like, whatever. I'll sit right here. You know what I'm saying? And it's king. So it's like I do my hocking. It helps me out tremendously because it allows me to get my body, my spirit ready for war. Right? War can be a good thing or a bad thing. Whichever way you look at war to me represents a good thing, right? And that's what you do. It's like we pray and we worship, but you also got to get your body ready for the battle that's to face, your abundance, the people that you're about to connect to, right? And it falls into all this mindset, guys, falls into all this, that once you get hyped, people tap into that energy. I can't show up the right way if I don't do my haka in the morning. And sometimes I do it multiple times a day, depending if somebody frustrates me or not. You know what I'm saying? Where I look in the mirror and I do my affirmations, I do my mantras, I do my haka, and it gets me going. When I'm about to speak on stage, I go back in stage and I do it. I do it. I'm still scared when I get out there. Hell yeah. People like, oh, you afraid? Hell yeah. But you know what I'm more afraid of? I'm more afraid of, my kids coming to me when they turn 18, 19, and they say, Mommy, I need money to start a business, or Mommy, I need money for college. I'm more afraid of that. See, we got to choose our fear. What we meditate on into when it comes to the fear level, you got to choose what you're afraid of. Fear is a choice, guys. Let's just be honest. What are you more afraid of? There's very little things I'm afraid. That's really the only thing I fear out of my whole life. Because we're all going to die someday. So I'm not afraid of death. Because that's going to be our end result for everybody. But I'm afraid of not being able to show up for the 4 kids that I have today. Darlene said, I'm trying to teach and listen to y'all with these buds and doing the happy dance. Y'all stepping on toes and throwing stones, honey. Love it. I got it with a couple. Amazing.
Wow.
It's good to step on people's toes, honey. It is good to step on people's toes. Yes, Tasha, I'll post a video of hawking. She said that she doesn't know. I'll post that in the comments. Or I'll just send it to you in the inbox. Let me write it down before I forget. Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. All right, ladies. So we're going to hop off. If you guys got any breakthrough from watching us, make sure you connect with us in the inbox. Find out how you can get connected with us soon. I know for Tawanta, she's doing one-on-one strategies with you guys. For me, you can join my tribe. I put the link in the comments there, bit.ly/success tribe. I'm also discounting my Sexy Brand Building Formula course. Is $497 now. It's normally $997, but if you guys want to grab it today, it's $497. I encourage you guys to inbox me or type in the word SBBF in the comments, and I will send it directly to you. And we'll be back on Monday, right? On Monday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. If there's some topics or some challenges that you guys are facing, feel free to inbox us or post in the comments, and we will talk about those things. This talk show is really about giving you guys real life, and we stress upon that, real life information that's current today, because it's not easy. I know a lot of people, they be like, oh, I left a job. Oh, great, you left a job, but what comes after? Because I know a lot of people that left their 9-to-5 and ended up right back in less than a year. It doesn't start with you leaving a job. It doesn't end. I'm sorry, it doesn't end with you leaving a job. That's where things start getting started. Once you leave that job, and Tawanta's been working for herself for 17 years. Me going on 2 years. So get around people who have some longevity in the game, so that way you can get what you need. All right, Tawanta, you want to end them off with anything, sis?
No, just, as I said, just lose the attitude, not your altitude. You're smart, you're talented, you have what it takes to be a successful being, period.
Yeah. Period. And again, at the end of the day, y'all can, if y'all don't want to make moves, y'all might as well just stop coming back. Because y'all been watching for this long. Now it's time to take action. Tasha said, I replaced my income in 6 months, open a private practice, now breaking the 9-to-5, working for myself. Amazing. Tasha, do you have a comment? Yeah, I replaced my 9-to-5. Amazing. You rock. You could probably join our inner circle community and start getting some assets so you can start scaling. Right? So you can start to scale. Because I know a lot of people that build a business, but they're not really scaling. So you probably be a good candidate for an opportunity to be a part of the inner circle and get some assets done, all that stuff. We're doing like 3 private retreats this year, 2 in Bali, 1 in Orlando in September. Be a good idea for you to really opt into that and start getting some scalable assets done, some systems in place. So that way now you have a income producing process.
Right.
Hey, Monica, welcome. All right, guys, so we're going to hop off. We're going to end on that note. As always, get out there and dominate today, because honestly and truly, it's time to redesign and design the life that you deserve. And that's what it's all about. All right, so inbox us, guys. If y'all have any questions, don't just sit here and hop off. Inbox us and say, how can I work with you? Let me know. How can I work with you? Amazing. All right, y'all. We love y'all. Bye.